Our first guest tonight is an Emmy and Golden Globe winning actress. You know from the hit comedy Parks and Recreation, films like Mean Girls and Sisters, and of course her work on Saturday Night Live. She co-hosts the show Making It. The third season premieres later this year on NBC. Please welcome back to the show our very good friend, Amy Poehler. Hello, Amy.
Hi, Seth.
It is so wonderful to see you. You know, you were one of our first guests when this first hit back in March. Do you think you would have predicted we'd been in this situation now, 10 months later?
Look at that picture. That was 10 months ago. We had no idea what was ahead. We probably thought this was going to be a fun experiment for a couple of months. And then we were going to be having dinner together in the summer. Little did we know.
Little did we know. Are you someone who would like to know the future if that was available to you?
No. I mean, maybe when I was younger, I thought I would want to know what was going to happen. But now I would rather someone just put me to sleep and wake me up when everything's better. My kids were just watching The Matrix the other day, and I was like, is there like a waiting list for The Matrix? Or like, is there
So The Matrix appeals to you the longer you go.
Yeah. There are times when something takes a long time and it's really fun, and there are times when something won't end and it's really stressful. This is a time when it not ending is very stressful, but I do like those times in life where things are going on too long and you're excited because it's so stressful. Does that make any sense? Like if you go to a wedding and the dad gets up and starts to give a speech, that's really bad. And you're not very good friends with the person getting married.
Well, I've talked about this before, how you were such a good laugher at read-through, and a lot of times at read-through, I think a bad read-through sketch is a little bit like a wedding toast that goes off the rails, right? Like everybody knows right away, and then yet people have to sort of very passionately perform something knowing that it's tanking. And you were a great laugher in those moments. Do you think that was part because I always thought that you were doing it because you were trying to make people feel better, but maybe you were taking a deep, gleeful joy in knowing that something bad was going on too long?
I'm proud of the fact that as I've gotten a little older, I'm a little bit more comfortable with being uncomfortable. So the uncomfortable isn't always as horrible as it used to be. When I was younger, I think I was a little more codependent. I wanted everybody to feel okay, and I wanted things to, I wanted to smooth everything out. Now, the new me, Seth, just really leans into that kind of stuff now.
Well, that's good. It's a very good time to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. And obviously, you've always been a forerunner in my life of being a little bit ahead of the curve as far as what's the best way. I have to say, I'm very I mean, my kids are, younger than yours, but that's very exciting that one of your kids was watching The Matrix. That seems to me like a jackpot movie that holds up, and it must be so fun to see through their eyes.
Yeah, it's really, really exciting when your kids start to watch things and report back to you as if you don't know. I think I like my kids would be like, Led Zeppelin has a really good song. Not to pretend I don't know about it. Or my little one the other day was like, what's cool about SNL? It's not always funny, but it's fun to watch. Bumper sticker. Look, it's not always funny, but it's fun to watch.
I wish instead of the Broadway video logo at the end of SNL, it was just Lorne pouring a glass of wine at the end. It would go to the credits and everybody would hug, and then it would be Lorne. You just go, it's not always funny, but it's fun to watch. Talking about different generations and your kids, you directed and star in this film, Moxie.
That's what I'm here to talk about, other than seeing you and
right.
saying
Well,
hi.
you said you wanted to promote two things, Moxie and The Matrix.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to do the checking, but I think they're anagrams of each other.
I think enough people know about The Matrix. This Keanu Reeves is great.
Oh, so good.
Moxie, he's not in Moxie, but Moxie is a movie that I directed, a film that I directed. Do you remember movies?
Before yeah.
Yeah, now everything is TV, but there used to be this thing called movies. And this is going to be on Netflix in March. I'm really proud of it. We shot it last year, and it's based off of a YA novel of the same name. And it's really about a young girl's journey, figuring out what she cares about and all the different people and voices that help inform her, educate her, and get her motivated.
I want to talk more about the difference between this cast and the Wine Country cast, which was your last directorial effort, and we're going to do that when we come right back with more from Amy Poehler.